Hey, good day, everyone. Today is Saturday, June 9th, 2018. Welcome to this stock report. Hope everyone had a great week. This is the end of the week and beginning of the week report. Lots to talk about. So this might get a little extended, but I'll try and get right to the point. Let me maximize this so you can see what's going on. Okay, so for my Canadian friends, Aurora Cannabis had a pretty good week. Jumped up way above the 10-day moving average, which is always a great sign, but it came back down a little bit. What does that mean? Volume's been picking up. Next level of resistance, I would say, is around that $12 area. Will it fall back down, which is just a kind of a quick pop that these stocks have? Could be, but the thing is, as we can see, we've got some great support in this area here, which is around we'll say 685 roughly. Great support. If it gets back down here, I mean, it's been proven. Jump in. And what happens if it goes below this line? Right? Give it a day or two if it's not a complete washout and get rid of it. That's the strategy, right? You got to have a strategy, even though it may go down here and then may pop back up, right? But you know, you got to have an exit strategy, right? That's the problem. That's how people lose their shirt. Oh, I got plenty of capital. I can wait for this to come back. Yeah, okay. That's what the guy was saying up here. We bought it way up here, right? Around 1550, right? Yeah. Well, I got time. Okay, yeah, okay. So have a plan. Have an exit plan. My exit plan is never lose more than 7 or 8%. Are you ready to go through the list of interesting finds that I found for you so you don't have to work as hard? Maybe you found some of these too. I don't know. You want to look something up? Let me know. We can talk about it. Put it in the comments. FNF. Sounds like a banking stock to me. This is like an interesting buy because down here in the stochastics, it's kind of turning around again. We're getting some support on the $36. I think this is around $36.50 or so. And we're jumping back up again. This could be a smooth, slow mover. So you got a day job. Most of you do, I'm sure. This is still something you don't have to monitor every 2 seconds, right? You know it's going to be pretty reliable. You're sure it could tank, but you'll see it coming, right? You'll know it's to get out. Otherwise, you can just kind of put this on cruise control. Probably ride it back up to this $39 level. You can make a quick buck, right? Get in, get out. That might be an interesting buy. It could go higher. It could peak up here on 40, 42 again. But this will be an easy buy because you don't have to pay that much attention to it. And if it's not going your way, you can wait till you get home and check on it if you don't have the time during your lunch break or whatever. I like to check mine. I like to check everything out during the lunch break. And sometimes that's good and sometimes that's bad, right? Because you see something tanking. We'll get to that in a second. And you'll be like, oh, I want to get out. But typically I wait until the end of the day before, unless something looks like a total train wreck. So I know that doesn't sometimes jive, and sometimes you'll sell something that'll rebound a bit. But anyway, you make the rules that are best for you. That's the way to go. All right, now another very interesting stock, Crescent Point Energy. Very interesting action, and the action is there's no action. Let's take a look. We've got this solid line of support down here. Excuse me. We have some resistance up here around 9. I think this is about 9.25. Sorry, let me see here. I've talked about this stock before, 9.25. And look at this. We're having a base being made here. This stock hasn't really done anything. The volume's been lackluster. I think we're just kind of waiting for something. Don't know what. Don't know if it'll break down or if it'll break up. So this is on kind of a standby mode for sure. CPG, Crescent Point Energy. Let's see. Oh, excuse me. I'm telling you, this is a very no frills video. You're gonna hear me sneezing. I hear a dog bark, but it's all good, right? We're not here to make perfect videos. We're here to make money. Amen. So let's take a look. OIH. I brought this out last time I talked to you guys. Still resistance around the $29 and change level. $29.50, I'm guessing. Didn't have that much action this week. Up, down. We're starting to form a base in this area. Took off a little bit, but then kind of petered out. Nothing exciting here yet. And a lot of these, if you look at these other oil companies that are service sector related, you can kind of see the same pattern, like a DNR, or there's a few other ones here I can't think off the top of my head, but DNR is a good example. I definitely will not buy that stock yet. We'll just take a quick look and I'll show you what I mean. I've talked about this stock before. Same type of resistance up here, kind of went up, down, but look, way back when, look, right across, right? Even though this was another point of resistance, we got through. Maybe this is a temporary, maybe this is just a temporary thing. Maybe it's going to form a base here and shoot through here. Interesting times. I wouldn't buy it, excuse me, quite yet. This wasn't on my list I wanted to talk about, but that's okay. That's okay. Another one that was triggered to my attention the other day while I was scanning for stocks is Dish Network. As I said the other day, they're having one of the execs bought tons of shares. Looks like it's done pretty well over the past few days. It's come down quite a bit, right? So it's going to definitely have some resistance up here in this $35 zone. We'll wait and see what happens, right? Because, even though something's trending up, it could go down a little bit, maybe to 34, and then go back up again. But this is one I'm keeping a close eye on to bail out, right? This is something I did get in as it was turning around. I think it was around 30, maybe 30, 50 or so. I can't exactly remember, but it was about 3 days ago I got in. It was signaled to me. And on this also, I want to talk about this TC2000 in a little bit and give you guys some tips why this is such a good and powerful program. Why I like it, and it's helped me make a lot of money. It costs some money, but it's not overly expensive. It actually does pay for itself very quickly. And maybe I'll do another separate video on that. There's some real-time people that trade real-time. You don't have to trade real-time on this to make money. That's how I found Dish. I have a 15-minute delay, and I mostly do it from a day end perspective. But I can go through that if you guys want to see. You don't need to subscribe to the real time. Now, you could. Nothing wrong with it. I mean, I just don't want to do it right now. I'm just kind of getting my, seeing how this works out for me. Because I've just had this TC2000 for a couple months so far. It's been great. Love it. And they even have a monthly subscription as well. A couple other stocks. Let's look at the Dow. The spiders, the Dow spiders, been pretty quiet, right? Check this out. It's been pretty quiet. Maybe we're getting up a little high. Maybe we can top out right here, a little below the 26,000 level like we did here before we make a bit of a correction. Don't know where this is going to go, actually. It's getting a bit extended, I'd say, but it's just a caution, right? I mean, I wouldn't go short or anything. I wouldn't bet the farm on, because you know what? We could just still continue, carry on, and break through our all-time high. That's very possible. And see, as I said, use stochastics as a guide, right? Just because it's up here, oh, it's overbought. Well, guess what? It can keep going. Same with oversold, right? You got to use you got to use your gut feeling and some professional judgment. You have to just look at volume and see where the moving averages are. You got to take a couple things into consideration to find the trend. Of course, the old saying, "The trend is your friend," is so true, right? You don't really want to go against it, but you want to be cautious too, right? In case the wheels fall off of something, you want to be able to get out quick. Let's take a look at this other interesting stock I found in my scanner the other day, along with Dish. The symbol is SFIX, and I could not believe what happened to this yesterday. It was up 25%. I did not mention this stock only because it's a retail stock and I find them quite boring. I should have said something to you guys because we could have made a whole lot of money. And I didn't really buy that many shares, right? You don't need to buy a lot to profit, right? A profit is a profit. What happened was this was showing up as a scan for me that it was above the 10-day moving average and swing above on stochastics down here. Now, we're in an interesting zone right here. This 20 is about 25 bucks, right? Getting some resistance here. Monday, I don't expect this to continue, but it could, right? They had a reported earnings and they were really good. Could it go back up to 30? Maybe, but I'm getting ready to dump this in case it's, it's looking ugly. So I'm putting a tight stop in here. I'm not going to let this profit get away from me. You should never, ever do that. You can always buy it back later in case it takes off again, right? Okay, so that was another interesting find that I did on the TC 2000 scanner without having the real-time option enabled. Well, it is real-time, but it's 15-minute delay. I can still do it, and you can still find stocks doing that. And we could talk about that another day. I'll do a different video for that. Some other people have too, but maybe I'll just do one for you guys. Let's see, another thing. Let's take a look at the spiders. SPY. Nothing too exciting here. Trending up. Way above the, well, not way above. Fairly above the 10-day moving average. Continuing on. Good sign. Good sign. All good. Oh, I forgot. I was going to talk about AMD. Quite interesting. A lot of people watch this stock. Got a lot of interest in it, right? Talked about this the other day for sure. Look, we haven't been able to close for more than 2 days above this line, this resistance line. And look, let's review for people who just kind of came on board for today. Look at this. Look at this resistance. We got above there. We closed above there. I don't care if we got above there. I want to see us close above there for a couple of days. One day. Opened higher, then it fell apart. Then it opened lower, and then closed higher. So it's kind of a mixed bag. Maybe it's trying to figure out what it's doing. In the past, let's see what it's done. How many days it's kind of fooled around up here. Not very long. It kind of went up and down. So maybe we're going to make another charge for it again. That would be nice. I know that would make a lot of people happy. A lot of people trade the stock. It's one of those stocks where you can buy a couple hundred shares in and just kind of let it ride because the share price isn't very expensive. But it is volatile. It can go up and down real quick, right? Not you won't lose your shirt overnight, but you have to still watch it, right? This type of stock. Tech has always been one of those stocks where they can be quite volatile depending on the news. I talked about, for our Canadian friends, I talked about Dollarama the other day. We had a big drop and a big, well, I wouldn't say big recovery, nice recovery, 3%. We went down on Thursday. We were down 6% and we recovered 3%. Not bad, but look, we held above this line, which was in there the other day, right? That's a good sign. I mean, if you bought, hey, great, awesome. Anything above here, we're going to be hanging tight. Definitely think we can recover of what we lost the other day. The stock has a lot of interest. It's just it's just a popular company up here. It's kind of like it's a dollar store in Canada. They're not in the U.S. yet. Another Canadian stock, which I have found interesting. I haven't jumped in it yet, but I'm going to as a long-term play. Not really from a technical aspect, but we can talk about it. Is this company called Boyd Group Income Fund? It's a Canadian stock. It's an income fund, so it pays a nice dividend, decent dividend every month. They do auto body and repair, right? Okay, so as you can see, this kind of moves higher, pulls back, moves higher, pulls back. But I want to show you guys what the stock has done over the past several years. Look at this. So it's been a no-doer all these years back. Started in 2000. This is a monthly chart, but look how it's taken off since 2010. It's been at $4. Did it get down to the penny zone? 3.84 cents? No, $1.45. I'm not sure it's paying a dividend back then, but these income funds are nice. This is one advantage of trading some of the funds up here. But look, this stock has been fantastic. You can just totally buy it and forget about it. Not to say that it won't fall on its face again, but look, it's been a great mover. And we'll look at more of a weekly chart. Yeah, it's been great. I think it'll continue to go up. It's a growing company. They're doing quite well. So this is something I'm definitely going to buy some shares and maybe on the next, I usually don't do this, but maybe on the next pullback, maybe if I can get it for around 112 or so, if it hangs in there, I'll jump in. But this is something for our Canadian friends. Let's see, we talked about Dish, Dollarama, couple other new stocks I might jump into, not sure yet. WTTR? No, I can't spell. Select Energy Services. It's been bouncing around. Had a nice pullback over the past month. Well, a few weeks, not quite a month. But I think that this has some potential to bounce back up again. Don't know much about the company. It looks like it just started trading back in 2017. It looks like we're having a bounce here. Stochastic is low. Things are starting to pick up. That's right at the... Looks like it's pretty close to the 10-day moving average, if not right at 1431. Moving average, 1428 on the close. This might be something you can jump in, jump out of, make a couple bucks. I just want to bring this to your attention. Stochastics are low and they're starting to move up again. So, and of course, goes the other way. You buy it, goes up a little bit, and then starts to tank, especially below this level here. Time to get out, right? We don't play. You know, there's nothing wrong with taking an early profit too. Sometimes if you're down 3 or 4%, the stock is not moving. It's okay. Get rid of it. You go with your gut feeling, right? I'd rather get rid of the ones that aren't doing anything and invest in something that is potentially has a better chance. One more stock. Ball. They make the glass jars for the and other things too. They're into other B-A-L-L. Let's see if I can. Where's it? B-L-L. Yeah, sorry. B-L-L. Stock's been bouncing around a bit. It looks like it's a lot of dough, but it's not, right? It's between 43 and 37. You know, it's definitely not a huge range, but here's the thing, right? It's enough range where we can make some money. That's what we want to do, is make some money. Down here, it looks like we've got some good resistance around here. I'm not so sure. It's a bit erratic. It's kind of hard to tell, but we are picking up again right here. We'll clear the 10-day moving average nicely. I think we can jump up a couple bucks. This might be something you just pop in, hold. It goes to 40, you sell it, right? This is something, and then in the meantime, we'll find other things. This is one of those things where you continuously make money while you do whatever. While you sleep, while you go camping, while you go fishing. Of course, the market's only open during the day, so you probably make doing this while you're working, right? This happens while you work. I believe that is all I wanted to say to wrap up the week and start the new week. I hope everyone... let me see here. I just want to make sure I'm not missing out on anything. Oh, okay. Hold on. Let's check out noodles. Talked about this one the other day. So I made a bit of money on this. That's getting into a resistance zone around 10. Will it continue? Well, the volume's been light. It hasn't been impressive. I don't know. I'm not feeling too good about it. There's been a lot of buying interest here, so stock moved up. I'm not feeling it, guys. I'm just not. Let's look at a weekly, see where we're at. Yeah, you know, I'm not feeling too good about it. This may be one to watch again. Maybe it'll pull back and we can jump in. But I'm just not feeling that great about it. The volume on a weekly basis, sure, it's been great because of those couple of days. But from a daily perspective, I'm glad I got out of it. So we'll just keep an eye. Now, that doesn't mean that we can't go higher. But, you know, I made my money. I'm happy. I'm moving on. But this was one that bounces around a bit. So, you know, I'm definitely going to keep an eye on this. And I like the price, too. These stocks, you can buy a few hundred shares. And if it goes up 50 cents, hey, you got your money, right? Absolutely. And that's how we roll. So I hope everyone has a great weekend. If you have any questions, please put it in the comments. Like, comment, and share. Up to 15 subscribers now. Thank you so much, guys. It means a lot. From starting out with two subscribers, just a couple friends. But I hope you find these beneficial. And if there's anything we can do better, please let us know. Have a great weekend.